Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're dipping back into the Transformers Reactivate line, or subline, whatever it is. I don't know if it's connected to Studio Series, Gamer Edition, its own thing. Who knows? I mean, heck, if this game doesn't come out, these two sets will be the only, you know, uh, merchandise attached to it. But anyway, this is Deluxe Class Soundwave. This is part of the two-pack of Optimus Prime and Soundwave. And I know what you're kind of wondering is the first one, Starscream and Bumblebee, I did as a set. Well, I'm trying a little bit something different because in that review, I kind of felt we rushed through the figures a little, and realistically speaking, I didn't want to do that. Um, and also, let's be honest, you can only take so much of me, so those longer reviews might be pushing it a little. But so we're going to take a look at Soundwave and really spend a little more time with them. Uh, but as we're starting out, Soundwave is in its Neo standard uh, armored truck Humvee type of design. As a lot of you probably know, this is what the modern interpretation of Soundwave is, since uh, microcassette players have gone the way of the dodo bird, and even now it's like even something like an iPod or a personal media player. Those aren't around anymore, so it's a vehicle, and I kind of like it. You can see that it's teched out. You have a satellite dish, um, all that kind of stuff, just to work with communications and things of that nature. And I am happy to see Soundwave. I believe here we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Transformers. Still not uh, okay with saying that, but Soundwave was always one of the most iconic Transformer characters, and in my opinion, and the opinion of many others, one of the most iconic 80s cartoon characters. So it's nice to see that he's still around and, functioning and stuff like that. But other than that, I figured it does roll quite nicely, and it's a lot easier to transform than Bumblebee, I will say that. Um, this is his rifle right here, and it's a little shoulder cannon, and I do appreciate they did do a two-piece build here where that the cannon can angle up. That's actually very helpful in robot mode, which we'll see in a second. But other than that, if you don't really like having the radar dish up, you can fold it down. And there's a little, is there a little tab there? Oh no, it kind of lets you think that it's supposed to tab in, but the little part here on the dish is too wide, so it just folds down. But yeah, other than that, I don't see any place else that you can store the. I mean, you can swap the position of the weapons, but um, this is like what I would say is the standard look. So we'll pause and we'll come back with the transformation. Okay, the transformation actually isn't that bad. Like I said, it's a lot easier than my Bumblebee. First thing I would do is go ahead and remove the rifle here, and oh, I thought I saw it. Does this come out? No. And for me, one of my issues with the modern Soundwaves is they kind of make it's when they include a hand weapon, a dedicated hand weapon, it always feels a little undersized to what it actually should be. I think the stock here should be a little bit longer. This should be more of a rifle than a pistol, but it does look very nice. So once you do that, now the instructions show doing the transformation with the shoulder uh, cannon removed. I've done it a couple times. You can leave it on, and I think it's kind of cool. You could probably leave this on too. It's just that from where you want to grab the figure, I don't want to put any undue pressure on it and possibly break something. But fold down the radar dish, come underneath here, and we're going to unpeg the legs from the underside here. There's tabs on either side that go into slots here, and we're going to fold that all the way out. Uh, at the same time, you're unpegging the front wheels too, and it's all on that hinge, and you want to fold it up and lock it into place just like that. So that's kind of cool. Let's come in underneath, and I think the next step, what we'll do is fold out the arms. They tab in to tabs right here on the side. Not too tightly, but they do stay. So they are there. So just do like that. Fold that out. See, I'm trying to think what I want. Do I want to do the legs now? You know what? I think we'll come down and do the legs. So you can separate the legs right here, rotate them around at that bi-swivel, just like so. And then what you want to do is flip up these panels, fold the wheel in, just like that. It'll snap into place. There's a slot tab. That panel will go back down. Just do it like so, just like that. You can bring up these wheels here. We'll get to that in a second. You can actually, if you want, bring them inward. The instructions kind of like, again, like much like on that first set, they're not entirely clear as to how things are supposed to fold up. So, uh, but yeah, just get this kind of situated in a certain way that they come up together. You kind of want to think that they should like have in somewhere, but they don't. So yeah, just like that. Just leave it like that for now. Let's come around to the top here. And there's a couple things we're going to be doing at once. And the first thing is you want to bring down um, this section here. And you're according that what was the windshield there up and in. And in doing so, you're going to bring out Soundwave's head, which was on this panel here. And that just will come down. And remember, this is actually going to sit a little off. So, and it's a little bit of a, your hand is going to naturally push down on this backpack, which is okay because that has to come down anyway. But you want to just bring it in and oof, feel like there's something blocking here. And yeah, this is like the trickiest part of the transformation. And what am I doing wrong? There we go. Oh, there we go. Just get it situated where those grooves fit in the back there. You can oh, it's because I have to. There we go. Tab the head right there into place. If you haven't already, the wheels fold up here in the back. Bring that down. And yeah, there you have Soundwave in its robot mode. And as we discussed with Bumblebee, there were some issues where on the original promotional pics, Soundwave was stretched to be the same size as Optimus Prime. It's not. And in doing so, you did end up with the issue of Soundwave's body just looking out of proportion. The backpack is not as bad as it could be, and realistically speaking, I'm kind of happy with it because it just looks like a backpack holding recording equipment. There is a waist swivel here. The head is on a ball joint, has some nice expressive abilities. Nice update to the classic head. And here's what I was talking about the shoulder cannon being on a pivot. That really does help it face forward since this panel here is on an angle. Now with the handgun, there's actually something that like other reviewers haven't touched. Weapon storage. Basically, you can peg it in right there. And of course you do have universal joints there. Nice knee bend, ankle pivot. So yeah. So I do like how Soundwave looks. He's a little chunkier than usual, and of course he can't hold its weapon. Oh, and does the and the hands rotate too. So yeah, not a bad looking figure. I think it does cut. I mean, you do get a little gappiness here in the side. I mean, unless that's me screwing something up horribly, which is possible. I really hope not. But if it does, I'm sure you. If I have, I'm sure you guys will let me know. But I know, should that come up more? I don't know. It's like, but all right, enough playing around with it. But yeah, so really cool looking figure. Like I said, I think now with holding the weapon, you can see from at least from this angle, it does look a little undersized, but it's not that bad. Um, yeah, kind of cool. I'm digging it. So I guess that's about it. We'll pause and we'll come back with my final. The Soundwave, I think this version at least is a great deluxe figure. And like I said at the beginning, I'm happy to see him included in the Reactivate game and getting a new figure for the in the 40th anniversary year. Now, of course, this isn't going to be the last time we see Soundwave this year in terms of reissues and stuff like that. We're going to have some fun, but um, I think this as a deluxe figure, this is kind of cool. This is to me, and I think I might have mentioned this in the previous video with Starscream Bumblebee. This is sort of like taking that evergreen design and putting a little artistic spin on it. Because if you remember, the evergreen Soundwave design is an armored Humvee, armored truck type of deal. So this is just based off of that and continuing forward. Um, the transformation is fine. I like how, I mean, the only thing is maybe when going to vehicle mode, pushing some panels out of the way, making sure stuff lines up right. But it's not that difficult, and it's not as fiddly as Bumblebee. So I can definitely say if you're only looking to pick up these figures individually, Soundwave is a good one to pick up. Now, Optimus Prime, I can tell you already, is going to be a great figure, but I'm sure a lot of you already know that. I picked this up from both sets up from Hasbro Pulse. I believe they're still available there now. It's also available at Command Store, but you're paying about $10 more. And Amazon should have these sometime next month, or the way things kind of go, they might start shipping the end of January, which is this month. So yeah, you do have some options. But that's about it. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. Well, I will always appreciate the views. The likes, comments, and subscriptions help to communicate to YouTube through their algorithm that my channel should be exalted and held upon high. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you to help me help you bring figures like Soundwave to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. But as I always say, if you can't afford the $1 a month, $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. Patreon is just the cherry on top of an already generous Sunday. And that generous Sunday has been you guys supporting me for over 10 years doing these videos. So, that's a bit. Once again, this is your old pal Chuck for Reactivate Deluxe Class Soundwave. We will see you next time.